Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swamin Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Okay, so we are starting with Shloka 4, but before we do that, we'll just read translation of this beautiful bhajan describing this very verse of Śikṣāṣṭaka. All right. Oh Lord, this is my humble submission at your lotus feet. I did not ask from you sensual pleasure, learning, wealth, or followers. I do not beg for residence on celestial planets, nor do I wish liberation from this mundane existence, nor do I pray for the attainment of any mystic powers. Whatever birth I may obtain due to the faults of my previous worldly activities, I pray that I may sing the glories of your holy name, birth after birth. This is my only desire, O Lord, and I submit it at your lotus feet, that unmotivated devotion to you may constantly awaken in my heart. As much attachment as I now have for worldly affairs, I pray that a similar degree of attachment may develop for your holy feet. I pray that my love for you may remain undisturbed both in misfortune and in prosperity, that day after day it may increase by the power and influence of your holy name. Be my life in heaven or in hell, be it as a bird or a beast, may devotion to you always remain within the heart of Bhakti Vinod. Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Hare Krishna. And just before speaking the shloka, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar, and this is what he says. As Lord Chaitanya spoke in this way, his humility increased and he began praying to Krishna to be able to discharge pure devotional service. So this is how Krishna Kaviraj Goswami describes the situation when the shloka was spoken. Whenever there is a relationship of love of Godhead, its natural symptom is that the devotee does not think himself a devotee. Instead, he always thinks that he has not even a drop of love for Krishna. So now this is the mood that we were discussing yesterday, no? Trinadapi sunichina, tarorapi sakshina, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sada harehi. So when one chants, consciously trying to avoid offenses, these four qualities naturally appear in a devotee. So now when this happens, actually, then his expression of pure devotion manifests. Wherever there is a relation, love of Godhead, his natural symptom is that the devotee does not think himself a devotee. Such a humbleness. No? Instead, he always thinks that he has not even a drop of love of Krishna. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the shloka, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamae, mama janmani, janmanishvare, bhavatad bhaktir, ahaituki tvai. So, we'll read word by word. Na, not, dhanam, riches, na, not. Jnanam, followers, na, not. Sundarim, a very beautiful woman. Kavitam, fruitive activities describing flowery language. Va, or Jagadisha, O Lord of the universe. Kamaye, I desire. Mama, my. Janmani, in birth. Janmani, after birth. Ishvare, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhavatat, let there be. Bhakti, devotional service. Ahaituki, with no motives, tvai, unto you. So this is translation. O Lord of the universe, I do not desire material wealth, materialistic followers, beautiful wife, or fruitive activities described in flowery language. All I want, life after life, is unmotivated devotional service to you. So now and then immediately follows the same expression in Bengali. I guess this is Krishna's Kaviraj. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continues speaking to them. Dana jana nahi mago, kavita sundari, shuddha bhakti deha more, Krishna kripakari. My dear Lord Krishna, I do not want material wealth from you, nor do I want followers, a beautiful wife for the result of fruitful activities. I only pray that by your causeless mercy you give me pure devotional service to you life after life. So it's the same thing, just kind of spoken in simple Bengali. That was in Sanskrit, this is Bengali Sloka. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke. So look at one more time the prayer. O Lord of the universe, I do not desire material wealth, materialistic followers, beautiful wife, or fruitive activities described in flowery language. All I want life after life, unmotivated devotion service. Who is praying like this? Where is a religion in the world that offers prayers like this? Where is a temple that you can hear such a prayers? This is pure bhakti. This is a Shuddha bhakti. This is a pure, unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service. Go to any temple, go to the temple and ask, what do you pray for? What do you pray for? No? Everybody is asking something. Everyone has some motivation in approaching the Lord. Church, masjid, temples, whatever. Everybody has some other prayer. Nobody prays like this. You ever heard in your life before coming to ISKCON that anybody will pray like this? No? What about Kunti Maharani pray? Vipadasantu tatra 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 jagat guru. Put us in difficulties. Dear Lord, give me more difficulties. Everybody says, save me from difficulties. No, everybody prays like this. Look at these prayers. So this is very advanced. We understand that this is the topmost expression of love of God. Lord, completely, I don't want declaring in front of, I don't want any material benefits, any material. So Srila Prabhupada explained here. Give me money. Give me followers, give me a nice wife. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refuses to make such materialistic requests. He frankly says, I don't want any of these things. He even says, Mama Janmani Janmanishware. That is, he is not even asking for liberation. Just as the materialists have their demands, the yogi demand liberation. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not want anything of this nature. Then why is he devotee? Why is he worshipping Krishna? No, this is the natural question by karmists. Then, what do you pray for? No? I simply want to engage in your service birth after birth. He does not even pray for an end to birth, old age, disease and death. There are no demands whatsoever, for this is the highest platform, the stage of Bhakti Yoga. Then Prabhupada extends this. Chanting Hare Krishna is also asking Lord, please engage me in your service. This is the mantra taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Hara refers to the energy of the Lord, and Krishna and Ram are names for the Lord himself. When we chant Hare Krishna, we are asking Krishna to please engage us in his service. This is because our entire material disease is due to our having forgotten to serve God. So this is how Prabhupada exposes, that everyone is praying to God for some interest. And indeed, this is how he starts the next explanation. So we have to appreciate this. We have to see that this is very unique. You take all the religious books in the world, on all the poetry and writings, and hardly will find anywhere expressions of pure devotion. Krishna, God, I just want to love you and serve you. I don't want anything from you. They hardly will find anywhere. Not that anybody discusses it, neither is anywhere written. This is the treasure of the Vaishnava tradition. You will find it only in Vaishnava Sampradayas, nowhere else. Prabhupada explains, everyone is praying to God with some interest. This is also good. If you go and pray to God, give me some money, give me some relief, give me some nice house, nice wife, nice food stuff, that's also good. But not so good as one is praying to God that I don't want any money, I don't want any number of followers, I do not want any good wife, nice beautiful wife. Then what do you want? I want to serve you, that's all. Finish your prayer. This is the best prayer, Prabhupada continues. You are so good, you are so nice, you are so great that I want to be engaged in your service. I am serving these rascals. They are not satisfied, I am not satisfied. Now I come to you, please engage me in your service. That is the last word of prayer. So this is how Prabhupada analyzes the shloka, no? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur links it from the previous shloka, Trinadapi Sunichana, Tarorapi Sahishnuna, Amanina, Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadaharehi. It's imperative that in the very beginning the sincere sadhaka attentively hear his guru chanting the holy name, and thereafter himself chant the holy name free from nama aparada. So that is the set mood of previous shloka. Okay. Now if this does not happen, Bhaktivinoda Thakur warns, then what will happen if we are not free from aparadas? Then the Shuddha Bhakti will not appear. And that means our Swarupa will not be revealed. And that means that our love of God will not be awakened. The Bhava, Sadhana Bhakti will not lead to Bhava Bhakti and Prem Bhakti unless heart is fully pure. So this is how he links these shlokas. Okay, you practice previous one and chant and chant and chant, and you should be free from aparadas, free from namabhas. One should chant Shuddhanam. And then this is how he explains. Sadhana Bhakti means the process of chanting, and the pure form of Sadhana Bhakti is clearly indicated in the phrase Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim, the renunciation of sensual happiness. In the stage of Ruchi, the sadhaka has no other prominent desire but to serve Krishna. So this is what is described here, that the expression of desire of sadhaka, he came to that platform, he lost any material desire. Then pure bhakti starts. So this is, he declares, Lord, Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim. I don't want any of this. And this is basically anything material is listed there. Whatever material you want, it's listed into that. So he analyzes like this. The principal symptom of bhakti is loving devotional service to Krishna. The secondary symptom is freedom from all desires, anyabhilashita shunyam, outside of path of bhakti, which is anateva karma and jnana, jnana karma jnana vritam. So this neither he wants result of his work, wealth, neither he wants fame, neither he wants result of jnana, moksha, neither he wants impersonal knowledge, neither he wants anything that is not meant for pleasure of Krishna. Any material desire. So this is the Prabhupada confirms this. same analysis by Srila Prabhupada. The conclusion is that the pure devotee should not aspire after any material benefit from devotional service, nor should he be enamored with fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. He should always be engaged favorably in the service of the Lord. That is the highest perfection of life. So this is the stage of pure bhakti. This is where actually spiritual life manifests, that Swarupa manifests. One can see his spiritual form, one can see the Lord. This is the beginning of the pure devotional service. Otherwise, Bhaktivinoda Thakur calls it Bhakti Abhas, a shadow of bhakti. Okay, hear this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, as long as loving devotion to Krishna, Anukulinam Krishna Anushilanam, is encumbered by desire for karma, jnana, the highest stage of loving devotion service, Ruttama Bhakti, will not manifest. It remains as mere shadow of devotion, of Bhakti Abhas. The instruction in this shloka are meant to dissipate this very shadow bhakti. O Lord, I do not hanker for wealth, following beautiful verses. Beautiful Sundarim can mean beautiful wife, and Sundarim Kavitam, if you join these two words, then refers to all these beautiful verses in Veda. What is a beautiful verses in Veda? Karma Kanda. If you do this, you'll get this. If you do this, I don't want any Karma Kanda. Or any mundane literature, any mundane topic, any mundane poetry, anything like this. We don't want to enjoy any of this if it's not describing Krishna. So this is the point. This is where we get stuck. Bhakti Abhas. If we don't come to that desirelessness, that illusion that you can enjoy material life and be devotee. One foot here and one foot there. How is it possible? You will be sense gratifier and also be devotee. So there is a conflict, there is contradiction, there is a Prabhupada says, starting fire and pouring water on it. It's not going to happen so easily. It will happen, but it will prolong long time. If we go on chanting, it will happen, but it will take very long time. That is the problem. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur analyzes now, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Dhanam refers to wealth of piety, occur when one strictly follows part of an ashram dharma. Okay, so much more than just and related karma kanda activities. It further implies the paraphernalia one needs to fulfill his sensual desires in this life and to assure further luxury and sensuality with the next birth in the heavenly planets. So all this is called dhanam. Even for the next, all the punya accumulated by karma kanda which assure us birth in the heavenly planets, Lord Chaitanya says, "Na dhanam, I don't want. I don't want any of this. Don't want to go to heaven." Janam refers to wives, sons, servants, subjects, friends and relatives. Janam means followers basically, no? Janas. Okay? So Srila Prabhupada says like this. For one who desires to advance in spiritual life, attachment to material opulence and attachment to a beautiful wife are two great impediments. Such attachments are condemned even more than suicide. Therefore, anyone desiring to cross beyond material nescience must, by the grace of Krishna, be free from attachment to women and money. Strong words, but very true. Now the ladies should not, devotees, ladies should not feel bad. Oh, what a strong... Because you are devotee, you help husband in spiritual life. You are not obstacle. If you are cooking for deities, if you are assisting your husband, serving Guru and serving Krishna, there is no problem. The problem is that if we see each other as objects of sense gratification, that is the problem. Whether we see somebody as my husband, provider, he will fulfill all my material desires, or we see the wife, oh yes, I can enjoy beautiful company of beautiful lady and this and that. This is the problem. Problem is that mentality that I am enjoyer of material world. Okay, so here Prabhupada continues explaining. A pure devotee never begs the Lord for material happiness in the shape of riches, followers, a good wife, or even mukti. The Lord promises, however, yoga kshema bhahamyaham. I voluntarily bring everything necessary for my service. So this is assurance, this is the mindset of a devotee. How he sees the life, yes, I'll do my endeavor, and if Lord gives me to serve Him in whatever circumstance, I will accept it. If Lord gives me riches, I'll engage in Krishna service. If God gives me minimum, I'll engage in Krishna service. But he will do his duty, he will endeavor and depend on Krishna's mercy. So, yeah. We can remember again Prahlad Maharaj's prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam. One's riches, beautiful wife and female friends, one's sons and daughters, one's residence, one's domestic animals like cows, elephants, horses, one's treasury, economic development and sense gratification. Indeed, even the lifetime in which one can enjoy all these material opulences are certainly temporary and flickering. Since the opportunity of human life is temporary, what benefit can these material opulences give to a sensible man who has understood himself to be eternal? So again, you can see that all the attachment is based on Sambandha Jnana understanding. I'm not this body. I'm spirit soul. I'm eternal servant of God. That must click. Then only this renunciation will come. Otherwise, nobody can give it up. Nobody can give it up. Prabhupada was laughing in the West. He said, the old man is going to strip clubs, paying money to see women dancing. Old man. And Prabhupada said, practically he is incapable of doing anything. Whatever that means. So, and still the desire is there. Not satisfied. Still. And what he will become next life? He will become woman next life. Ruin his human form of life. Prabhupada really didn't, he was moving around, he's so observant, he's Krishna conscious, he saw all these things. He said everywhere, same thing. Same thing is happening everywhere, all over the world. The ignorance everywhere, no education institution teaching this fundamental principle of life. I'm not this body, I'm spirit, soul. This changes your consciousness, changes your activity, changes everything you see. And then if you learn about God, how God is approachable, how God is loving, how you can be with God, associate with Him, speak to Him, dance with Him, serve Him, be happy eternally with Him. This is amazing information. Where do you find something like that? So this is all described. Now, Bhaktivinoda Thakur refers to the Sundaring Kavitam. This does not refer to scriptural narration of Lord Krishna's pastimes, but to mundane literature or other dry philosophical and esoteric technical subjects. Then he gives the definition of education. The proper understanding of education and learning is that which generates attraction and attachment for the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Oh, very clear. Same thing Prabhupada taught. Same thing. Same teaching. Then he explained, Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatad Bhaktir. The phrase Lord Chaitanya's prayer begs not for trivialities, but to be engaged birth after birth in the loving service of the sweet Lord of the heart, to develop unstinting devotion, devoid of any and all conditional demands. So this is Mama Janmani Janmanishwara. Just what do you want? Prabhupada said. Want to serve you birth after birth. This is very, very, very advanced prayer. This is not easy for people to pray like this. No, we chant, but sincerely, still there are some expectation. That is the problem. By saying life after life, Janmani Janmani, Srila Prabhupada explains, the Lord referred not to an ordinary birth, but a birth in which to remember the lotus feet of the Lord. That's what he is asking. Mama Janmani Janmani Shri Bhavatat Bhaktir. Because I want to serve you, it must be birth in devotee's family. Or at least birth that I can remember you. They practicing a little bit of bhakti. Jada Bharat, remember in the deer's body he remembered. Aham Brahmasmi. He remembered what happened. He remembered the Lord. This is blessing. Even in animal body you are safe if you practice a little bit. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a little bit practice of bhakti save one from the big danger. And Lord given special blessing that he could remember. So this is what Prabhupada said. Janmani Janmanisha means birth in which to remember the lotus feet of the Lord. Such a body is desirable. A devotee does not think like yogis and jnanis, who want to refuse material body and become one with the impersonal Brahman effulgence. A devotee does not like this idea. On the contrary, he will accept anybody, material or spiritual, for he wants to serve the Lord. This is real liberation. So now this is something that we teach in Vaishnava Sampradaya. You will find this, that liberation within ihayasya hare rasya, within this lifetime liberation. Before you die, liberate. Jnanis, karmis, yogis, you have to leave the body. Otherwise, moksha is not possible. But we say, no, moksha is possible. You can be liberated while in this material body. Still, in this lifetime, you can be liberated. All right. If one has a strong desire to serve the Lord, even if he accepts material body, there is no cause of anxiety, since a devotee, even in material body, is a liberated soul. Srila Jiva Goswami explained this shloka in this way. In other words, Lord Chaitanya says, this Janmani Janmanishwari, particularly he comments on that. In other words, Lord Chaitanya says, I do not want anything material, nor do I care if I am reborn again and again in this world. But I am not altogether devoid of desire. I have one demand. I must be born each time in the company of your pure devotees. Otherwise, Ahai Bhakti, how to practice? No? So I guess we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are serving Hare Krishna. At least next life will be born in devotees' family. This is our prayer, no? And two births are there. Srila Prabhupada explains in Gita. One is to be born in devotees' family or Brahmana's family, pure family, where you can start spiritual life from childhood. And another one is to be born in the pure devotees family. And Prabhupada humbly admits in the purport, he says, myself and my spiritual master had the good fortune to take birth in the pure devotees family. And that is explained, very, very advanced yogi. But of course, how much advanced? Eternal associate of the Lord. So that's really advanced. That's not even coming to that category of somebody who practiced yoga previous life and did not accomplish. This is even higher. Okay? So, devotee, this is the, must be born each time in company of your pure devotees. Srila Prabhupada explains. And yet, although a pure devotee never aspires for mukti, he automatically achieves it. This is the beauty of it. You don't have to pray for it. Immediately it is done. By Krishna's desire, he is promoted to Krishna Loka or to Vaikuntha planet, depending on his rasa with the Lord. Or like Narada, he may remain in material world to preach Krishna consciousness. Satsvarup Das Goswami, Srila Prabhupada disciple, said, Srila Prabhupada told him that. Srila Prabhupada used to say that liberation does not mean one has to develop 4 arms and 4 heads. If one is purely Krishna conscious, one may continue to live in material world and be fully liberated. So that was, just to break that conception that yes, only in time of death you can get moksha. No, you become Krishna conscious, you're liberated. You're liberated. If you have no material desires and if you do activities for Krishna's pleasure, where is the bondage? Where is the bondage? Where is the reaction to bind you? How is it possible? No? Yagya artha karmanyonatra lokoyam karma bandhana. If he's done everything for yagya, all the sacrifice, our work, our words, our emotions, everything is sacrificed in the Lord's service. Where is the question of karma bandhana? There is no question. Already liberated. I'm getting this. Okay, again Srila Prabhupada confirms this. Nandanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. Then what he wants? I don't want any of this. Then Prabhupada said. Then what he wants? Mama janmani janmanishware bhavathat bhakti rahaitu gitvai. What is the meaning of janmani janmani? If liberated, then where is the question of birth? So he does not want liberation as well. One who is Krishna Bhakta, diyamanam na grihnati. God comes giving mukti saying, take my boy, take mukti. And Prabhupada quotes, no? My devotee does not accept salokya, sastri, sarupya, samipya or oneness with me, even if I offer this liberation in preference to serving me. But he does not want. What is the reason for it? The reason is he is already liberated. Prabhupada explained. He is already liberated. Who can pray like this? That I don't want even to go home back to Godhead. Simply I want to serve you life after life. This is, like really high expressions of pure bhakti. Only pure devotee. And that itself is indication he is already liberated. It has nothing to do with material. Who can pray like this? No? Krishna gives some money, will use in your service, promise. At least 90%. No, but you don't say, but this is how mind works. There is always something, no? There is something. Bilva Mangal Tagore says, Prabhupada continues, Mukti Mukulitanjali Sevat Smat. Mukti is standing in front of me with folded hands. Sir, ask, what do you want? Look at this devotee's expression. Look at Bilva Mangal Tagore, how he's speaking. Is it puffed up? No, he's seeing it. He's there. He says, oh, Mukti is standing like this. Sir, how can I serve you? What do you want? No, death comes personified and devotee steps on the head of the dead and enters Vimana, goes to Vaikuntha. This is the help. This is the service rendered. Just see how is this all, no? So, Prabhupada explains, if I'm engaged in devotional service unto you, my dear Lord, then very easily can I perceive your presence everywhere. Okay, look at this, seeing Lord everywhere. And as far as liberation is concerned, I think that liberation stands at my door with folded hands, waiting to serve me, and all material conveniences of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha stand with her. Moksha is not there? So if you want peace, then follow the religion. What is that? Yato bhakti radokshaja. Savai pumsam bharho dharma, yato bhakti radokshaja. The supreme occupation dharma for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. Again, same definition. Nadanam najanmana sundarim. Ahaituki apratikata. Aituki means unmotivated, not asking anything, any reward, any phalam. Apratikata means uninterrupted. Any time, any place, any circumstance. Favorable, unfavorable. Not a little difficulty comes, we stop coming to temple. Why you stopping coming? Why you didn't come to temple? Oh, I am doing so much, so Krishna put so many troubles. Krishna put so many. Your own karma put you in so many troubles. Why Krishna should put you in so many troubles? Krishna minimize it. You have no clue how much you should suffer. Immediately we stop chanting. So, oh, my mind is disturbed. How can I chant? That's the only medicine. Mind is disturbed. Now chant more. Complete opposite. No? Srila Prabhupada explains that when difficulty comes, pious people turn to God, impious people turn against God. And that we have seen in the West. In India, many people. Somebody dies, his son died, one gentleman's son died, and he said, what? God took him. God's will. We'll pray. That's it. In the West, when I heard my brother's daughter died, first thing he said, God is not there. I prayed so much, he didn't save her. God is not there. You see, the impious people turn against God in same situation, and pious people in the turn towards God, more closer to God, take shelter of God. This is how it works. All right. So, here Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained ahaituki. With no motives, unconditional means devotion uncorrupted by inferior desires for self-aggrandizement and carnal pleasure. Pristine spiritual love overflowing the heart with transcendental mellows. Undeviating and pure love means to satisfy Lord Sri Krishna only. So that is the thing. There is something in us, traces of this I'm enjoyer concept, that even when we do service, then that idea comes, okay, I deserve little recognition, I deserve the post, I deserve some reward. That crazy thing is that we expect, all the time we expect recognition, we expect, something, at least some big plate of prasad. Some reward we expect. It's unconscious. We are like gula jamun, soaked in that jirakai, that sugar water, so much we are soaked inside with that consciousness, I'm enjoyer, that even when we come to temple, still that mind is, I should be recognized by Guru, I should be recognized by others, I should, somehow or other, that it's in every cell of conditioned desire to enjoy, to expect something. But here we are learning what is the pure bhakti actually, what is the proper attitude. Lord Chaitanya's prayer is this: until such time as the cycle of birth and death is brought to an end by the grace of God, let me have unconditional devotion to His lotus feet life after life, regardless of what my material situation may be. So this is how he explains. He says that, not that he doesn't want to go home back to Godhead, but he's not putting condition, save me, save me, save me. Lord, your mercy, you want to take me or you don't want to take me? Whenever you want to take me. Meantime, let me be engaged in your pure devotion service, I'm safe. So it's very subtle thought here, very interesting, no? We want to go home back to Godhead. Why? To serve Krishna. Now we want to go home back to Godhead. Actually, we are desiring moksha. No? Some family came and there was some problem with children, some little mess. Okay. And I asked father, so you want to stay in material world? No, I don't want to stay. So that's not really exactly desire to go home back to serve Krishna. It's more desire for moksha. That I don't want the troubles here. The life is full of problems. So I say, you want to chant? Yes. You want to stay in material world? No. So he is very clear, no? Because there is a trouble. But in 1 week, don't worry, it will be forgotten. Maya is like this. So this is how it is. Srila Prabhupada explains, because of material desires, therefore, one performs various types of activities and receives various types of bodies, which to try to fulfill desires that are never satisfied. This is description of us in material world. The only remedy is to take to devotional service, which begins when one is free from all material desires. Look, Prabhu, how many years you are devotee? Well, as soon as I get rid of material desires, I'll become one. Not yet became. Aspiring. Bhakta abhas. Anya abhilashita shunyam. Anya abhilashita means material desires and shunya means free from. The spiritual soul has spiritual activities and spiritual desires. As described by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhakti rahaitu kitvai. Unalloyed devotion to the service of the Lord is the only spiritual desire. To fulfill this spiritual desire, however, one must be free from all material desires. Look at the condition. Condition apply. Therefore prayer is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expresses, Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim. We should aspire for this. Okay, we can't do it, but we can pray, we can chant, we can aspire for it, we can strive for it. Desirelessness means freedom from material desires. This is described by Srila Rupa Goswami as Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. As soon as one has material desires, one loses his spiritual identity. Look at what happened to us. Because we had material desires, our Swarupa is covered by subtle and gross bodies. And subtle body is full of material desires. Crazy mind. Desire. Because of our hankar, not understanding our spiritual identity, we think, I am enjoyer of material world. And then all kinds of material desires sprouts out of it. Then all the paraphernalia of one's life, including one's senses, body, religion. Look at this, how he explains it. Very amazing. All paraphernalia of one's life, including one's senses, one's body, one's religion, patience, intelligence, are deviated from one's original Krishna consciousness. As soon as one has material desires, one cannot properly use his senses, intelligence, mind, and so on for satisfaction of Supreme Lord. Just see, all your assets, everything is taken away by Maya. Nothing we are not normal, we are in illusion. We are completely in illusion, not understanding what to do and what not to do. Okay, Srila Prabhupada again explains, it's a little different, just to give us full picture, what is the meaning, depth of the shloka. Lord Chaitanya says, I don't want wealth, I don't want any number of followers, neither I want any beautiful wife. Then what is the use of coming to God? People ask, no? Mama janmani janmarishwari. I simply pray that birth. I don't think that in this very birth I will be liberated. That is another way how to see the shloka. I'm not qualified. I don't think I'll be liberated. So how can I say, oh, I'll go home back to what? Mama janmani janmanishwari. Bhavatar bhakti rahaitu kitvai. If I'm not qualified to be liberated, Lord, please assure that I'm born in devotee's family, that I practice pure bhakti, then I'm safe, then I'm okay. This much I want, to serve you. This is not material desire. This is fine. We can pray like this. Even that is my birth, I don't mind, but let me have your unconditional service. That's all. That should be the standard of prayer. Look at Prabhupada speaking. That should be the standard of prayer. Go everywhere. Go today to local, that Raj Ganapati temple. You see huge queue of people. Ask them, what do they pray for? And tell me one person knows this shloka, Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim. There's no way in the world. No? In Chennai we have that Visa Ganesh. No? they call that Visa Ganesh. They give you, pray there, you'll get visa. You know. In Hyderabad also, one is there. And then what was another one? In North India, in Punjab, what is that? They offer the aeroplanes to Ganapati. You see small plastic toys of aeroplanes because you get ticket for America, you get visa and ticket for USA. That's full temple is full of small aeroplanes. I saw the photo, Nadanam Najanam Sundarim. Okay. So the more we shall have wonderful things in material world, the more we shall be entangled. We are just trying to get free from this entanglement, go back to Krishna. Where going? I'll have no more to come back in this miserable world. That should be the aim and object of life. So, Prabhupada explains many examples of this. He say I'm now in New York, Prabhupada said, and if I decide to leave, I don't like this place. I want to leave this place. Now you're coming. Oh, I'll give you nice Chinese food. I'll give you nice blanket. I'll give you nice apartment. But I don't want to stay here. I don't want any of this. There is no desire. So Prabhupada said, this is how devotee desires. I want to serve Krishna. I want to go home back to Godhead. And then whatever you offer him material, he's not going to accept. Because he knows this will stop me, this will block me, this will disturb me. I don't want. So the simple examples Prabhupada gives, but makes it very clear. No? So that is the thing. So our desire should be, that is perfect desire, that we must leave this body, we must leave this material existence. Dukhala Śikṣāṣṭaka. So this is Prabhupada quotes. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporal world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. No? Simply I may remain a faithful devotee of yours. That's all. Without any reason, without any cause. Causeless. This should be our vow. If we take to Krishna consciousness, if we want to make some material assets, then we are cutting our throat. Suicidal. Suicidal. You see that? If we take into Krishna consciousness, but you won't get some material stuff. The only prayer should be how to remain a pure devotee. If you remain pure devotee, there is a chance. Just see how it is. No? Because Krishna is so kind, at the same time so strict also. Strict. If you have got a pinch of material desire, you cannot go to Vaikuntha. You cannot go. Therefore, nishkinchanana. You have to become completely nishkinchana, nothing wanted of this material world. Now this is a high, this is really high standard, this is the highest. And it's true, we all know. Of course, we are all expecting mercy of Guru and Srila Prabhupada, and that may manifest in that way. Many places, 4 or 5 places we found in Prabhupada's books when Prabhupada said that when devotee leaves the body, he will go to the pastimes of Chaitanya, Leela, within material world manifested, to make his love of God more perfect in association of these devotees. Then he will go to Prakata pastimes of Krishna, within material world, in Krishna Leela, next birth. Then when he makes his love of God perfect, he will go home back to go to Goloka. So this may happen, we don't mind, that's perfect. But are we qualified even for that? No? So so this is how it may happen. That because I don't know how many of us are qualified. Obviously, I'm not qualified to think now. Yes, in time of day I'll go home back to God. We count on Srila Prabhupada's mercy, so at least we take birth in devotees' family, in association of devotees. At least this much Srila Prabhupada may grant. Guru Maharaj may give the little guarantee letter, sponsorship letter. What do you say? So put a word, Prabhupada. From the back door. Prabhupada says always that grandfather is more lenient than the father, so there is a good scope. No, but we should endeavor. Bhaktivinoda Thakur quotes now from, I think this is from Bhagavatam, 3rd canto Bhagavatam. He explains what is the problem. O my Lord, the people of the world are embarrassed by all material anxieties. They are always afraid. They always try to protect their wealth, body and friends. They are filled with lamentation and unlawful desires concerning their paraphernalia. And they are avariciously based their undertakings on the perishable conception of me and mine. As long as they do not take shelter of your lotus feet, they are full of such anxieties. So he's quoting this Sloka, telling us that not to be afraid of praying, Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim. Our cause of problem is desiring these things in material world. No? Sometimes family people also, they bring their children to the temple, and when they see the children are picking up very much, then they say, oh, become devotee, but not too much. No? So many times we've seen this, not too much. No? Because they are afraid, oh, what about material? Matter also important, money also important, education also important. Repeated birth and death, this is what you are feeding. This is what you are encouraging. So this is a big problem. proper understanding, proper hearing. So therefore, unless we hear about this, how we'll know, how we'll get it, how we'll understand it? No, we have to hear, we have to chant, we have to serve, we have to hear, we have to chant, we have to serve. Then maybe a little bit convinced. Oh, good. This is the process. Prabhupada is right. Krishna is right. I should follow instruction. I'll get benefited. We'll get benefit from it. It's not that, oh, what a sacrifice. Oh, you people are suffering. Yeah. No? Oh, no smoking, no drinking, no womanizing, no cinema, no chocolate. Oh, poor fellows, you're suffering. If you are a poor fellow, you are intoxicated, you have no clear head, you have no brain, you know goal of life, nothing you know in life. You suffer like a donkey, life after life, and you have no solution for it. You are the poor fellow. Why we are poor fellows? You know? There was actually a Christian priest, evangelic priest, who went all over the world to interview different religions. There's a documentary. Long time ago, somebody sent me a link, a really interesting documentary. He goes and spends 1-2 days with each religious group. He went to the Jewish, he went to the Christian, Rimo-Catholic, he went to Orthodox Christian, he went to the Muslims, he went to the Shias, he went to the Sunnis, he went to the Druze, he went to the Tibetan Buddhists, he went to the, different groups all over the world. And then he bumps in the middle of Moscow on big Harinam party. It was not planned, just on the stage. He said, we are here, another religious group is here, let's hit it, ask them, what is your way of worship and how do you understand God? And devotee, you can see him, just blissful, in the middle of Kirtan, he stops him. Can I ask you, what are these Hare Krishnas? We are devotees of Krishna, Krishna is supreme, we are eternal His servants, and by chanting His name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, we'll go home back to Godhead. How? The power of holy name is not different from God. It will purify our heart from all sins. And we also we take a diksha from Guru that we will not commit further sin. So we follow 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. And we are pure, strict vegetarian. We eat food only offered to God. Just boom, like this he spoke. Very impressive. And this man say again? No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, and you are dancing like this happily. You have to admit something these people have got. How they can be happy without these 4 things? He is a priest. He is an evangelic priest. Boozing. Jesus' blood, after all, no prasadam. Just see, how they can't understand. How can you be happy giving up all of this? Huh? Because we know, we are spirit soul, we are not these bodies. Okay, so now, again, Srila Prabhupada explains here. One may question, purport to this shloka, one may question, how can one always think of Lord in regard to His name, fame, qualities, etc., if one is embarrassed by thoughts of family affairs? Everyone in material world is full of thoughts about how to maintain his family, how to protect his wealth, how to keep pace with friends and relatives. Correct? Anybody has experience? Yes? No? All Paramahansas. No? Thus, he is always in fear and lamentation, trying to maintain the status quo. In answer to this question, this verse spoken by Brahma is very appropriate. A pure devotee of the Lord never thinks of himself as proprietor of his home. He surrenders everything under the supreme control of the Lord. Thus, he has no fear of maintaining his family or protecting the interests of his family. Because of this surrender, he no longer has any attraction for wealth. Even if there is attraction for wealth, it is not for sense enjoyment, but for the service of the Lord. A pure devotee is never entangled in material worldly affairs, even though he may remain in the world like an ordinary man. So the point is that even if we work and maintain family, we have to work, we have to earn money, we have to maintain family, we have to feed our kids, we have to dress them. It should not be anxiety, it should not be starvation home. We have to do that, but without attachment, without getting into it, get more, and now we'll get bigger house, and I will get bigger car, and I will get bigger money, and I'll get bigger post, and I'll get bigger job, and then I'll, get bigger birth, and that. And forget association of devotees. Then what's the point? What's the point? Everything will be spoiled. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur quotes again from Bhagavatam, "O my Lord, source of all opportunities, I do not desire to enjoy in Dhruva Loka, the heavenly planes, nor the plane where Lord Brahma resides, nor the desire to be supreme ruler of all the earthly planets, to have the powers of mystic yoga or liberation, if I have to give up your lotus feet." So Bhaktivinoda Thakur quotes the shloka just to show you, look, this is the mood, these are the prayers, this is how everything is linked. And again he quotes another famous Bhakti Preshanubhava Virakti Ranyatra. Devotion, direct experience of Supreme Lord, and detachment from material things. All three occur simultaneously if one has to take in shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the same way that pleasure, nourishment, and relief from hunger come simultaneously and increasingly with each bite to a person engaged in eating. So we have all this experience. No, when you're hungry, when you eat, relief immediately, on the spot. Okay. Then pleasure and nourishment to the body. So here, devotion, direct experience of the Lord, and detachment, these all simultaneously happen. So more we advance in bhakti, the less attachment, the less hankering for material things will be there. Prabhupada says, just like glass, the more is full with water, the less is empty, the less air is there. So this is proportion. How much more bhakti, this much less material desires. It goes proportionately, like that. So Srila Prabhupada teaches us the same conclusion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that automatically the symptoms of happiness come unto him, and his distress or material conditions simultaneously become vanished if one is elevated to the position of devotional service. That is the test. That is the test of how one is advanced in devotional service. That is the test. Bhakti Pareshanubhava Viraktir Anyatra Cha. He is no more interested in material happiness. He is fully satisfied with Krishna. So this is the prayer. Nadanam najanam nasundarim kavitam va jagadishvara. Mama janmani janmanishvare bhavatad bhaktir ahaitu kitvai. Now, there is a expression. Okay, we'll go through Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur's explanations. Sundarim kavitam, he explains, refers to religious principles of the Vedas. Dhanam refers to wealth. Janam means wife, children, relatives, etc. Person who follows Vedic religiosity worships the sun god. One who desires wealth worships Ganesh. Those craving carnal pleasures worship Kali or Durga. Those who strive for liberation worship Lord Shiva. And those who worship Lord Vishnu, knowing him to be the source of all Vedas, do so for material motives. They are not pure devotees. Basically, those days Panchopasana was very much prominent, and Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur immediately exposed them. This at this Sundarim Kavitam, and they worship Vishnu as a demigod. Satyanarayan Puja. We have a resolution, GBC resolution, that ISKCON devotees should not take part in Satyanarayan Puja. So you may say, why not? It's Narayana. But the whole concept of worship Narayana is just like approaching the demigod for material benefit. They pass a resolution that don't go for Satyanarayana Puja. Just see how, then you understand what's the mood, what's the bhav of that Satyanarayana Puja. To worship Lord Vishnu purely and properly, one must render unmotivated devotion service unto him. So Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur gives a good explanation of this Panchopasana. This is impersonalism. It's impersonalism to see this. Have you ever seen this? South India, you don't have much of it. You have some smartas that do that, yeah. Sometimes the temple has 5 deities. I've seen that. They have a Surya, Durga, Shiva, Ganapati and Vishnu on the same level, on the same altar. So, and now, based on this definition, Sundari Kavitam, Dhanam and Janam, this is how Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur translates this shloka. Pay little attention, this is how he translates. I do not merely abhor sense gratification derived through religiosity, wealth and lust, but I am appalled at the idea of temporary mukti or liberation from the cycle of birth and death. I refuse to be incited by these 4 Vedic goals, dharma, artha, kama and moksha. but want only to render service at your lotus feet. Basically, he describes anything that you can get in material world. Everything is covered here. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, the result of your performing varnashrama duties, sense gratification, joy from religiosity, wealth, and lust. And very clearly, I don't want mukti, I don't want liberation, so I don't want to get any of this. Just your render devotion service at your lotus feet. So you see, Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur, in this shloka, there is no, what about this, what about this, what about this? Everything included, full round, bas. And then he said that Kula Shekhar's prayers captured this mood. And you can see, Kula Shekhar Alvar, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he was there, and he prays like this. O my Supreme Lord, I do not want to accumulate heaps of piety by performing sacrifices and executing prescribed duties as recommended in the scriptures, nor do I want great opulence and sense gratification. Whatever reactions I am destined to suffer for my past misdeeds, let them come. What I cherish is the hope that my deep devotion to your lotus feet may remain undeviating in its firmness, birth after birth. It's the same prayer. It's the same prayer. There's no difference. Just see this. No? Kula Shekhar Alvar. So all the Vaishnavas have this mood. And Srila Prabhupada links this shloka to the next shloka in an interesting way. Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim. A devotee should not be allured by gold, beautiful woman, or the prestige of having many followers. This is another one, the desire of Guru to have many followers, to become famous. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore confidentially prayed, Mama Janmani Janmani Shore Bhavatad Bhaktir Ahaituki Tvai. My Lord, please bless me with your devotion service. I do not want anything else. A devotee may pray to be delivered from this material world. That is his only aspiration. Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitamam Vishame Bhavam Buddho Kripayata Pada Pankaja Stita Duhuli Sadasham Vichintaya. This is how Prabhupada links this to. Okay. The humble devotee simply prays to Lord, kindly pick me up from the material world which is full of varieties of material opulence and keep me under the shelter of your lotus feet. Narottam Das Thakur prays, Haha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhana Sutta Jutta. O my Lord, O son of Nanda Maharaj, now you are standing before me with your consort, the daughter of Vrishabhanu, Srimati Radharani. Kindly accept me as the dust of your lotus feet. Please do not kick me away, for I have no other shelter. Similarly, now, how is this linked now? Janmani Janmanishware, I don't mind taking birth and that. And now the next prayer is, Ainanda Tunajagya, please take me, save me up. What is the link? Okay. Similarly, Prabhupada Saraswati indicates that the position of demigods who are decorated with golden helmets and other ornaments is no better than phantasmagoria. Tridasha Pura Akasha Pushpayate. Tridasha Pura Akash Pushpayate. A devotee is never allured by such opulence. He simply aspires to become the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. So basically, these are all expressions. These are all expressions that, Lord, I'm your eternal servant. Accept me in your devotion service. That is the praise. And this is very beautiful link that Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. Even if I have to be Janmani, whenever you want to take me home, you take me up to you. But you accept me as your servant. Give me shelter under your lotus feet. That will be accepted, my devotion to you. That is the link, that is the prayer. Okay, thank you very much for coming and hearing. This shloka I have to do at the end a little bit explanation. Right. So this shloka represents ruchi. Adao shada tada satsanga tad bhajana kriyan anartana vritti. And ruchi. Correct? This is what we were discussing. Shloka 4. And this is described in the esoteric times as a Madhyana Kalya Bhajana, the bhajan between 11 and 3:30 afternoon. So this corresponds to the fourth pair of the names in Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So this corresponds to Hare Hare. And it said that causeless devotion service awaken, and one chants the names of Krishna with the taste, ruchi with the relish, ruchi is developed. So this is the little divisions of this shloka. Thank you very much. Any questions, any comments? Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.